Hey everyone, welcome to Sprinkles and Scribbles. Today we're going to be making some hot chocolate macarons. These macarons are so delicious. They're indulgent, chocolatey, and filled with lots of marshmallows, just like the real thing. For these hot chocolate macarons, we're going to start by making a chocolate shell, and then we're going to fill that with a chocolate marshmallow buttercream filling, and then finally we're going to top it with a chocolate drizzle as well as some mini marshmallows. So if you're ready to make this indulgent treat, let's get started. So to start, we're going to sift some icing sugar, cocoa, and almond flour together. All the measurements are in the description box below. I like to sift the dry ingredients a couple of times to make sure that the macaron shells eventually end up super smooth. Next, we're going to set this aside and start working on our meringue. For the meringue, you're going to need some sugar, egg whites, and cream of tartar. Again, I'll leave all the measurements in the description box below. Start by mixing that with a hand mixer and continue until the meringue is stiff. This process can take a few minutes, so be patient. You could also use a stand mixer for this part. Once the meringue has reached stiff peaks, it's time to start the macaronage process. We're going to add the dry ingredients to the egg white mixture and fold it together until they're combined. Once the dry ingredients have combined with the egg white mixture, you're going to continue the folding process until the batter flows smoothly from your spatula. Once the batter reaches this stage, test it a few times. Make sure that the consistency is right. The batter should flow really smoothly off your spatula without breaking the ribbon. Another test you can do is the figure 8 test. That's when you let the batter flow into number 8 and make sure that it doesn't break in the process. Once the batter is ready, transfer it to a piping bag fitted with a round tip like the Wilton number 12. We're going to pipe the batter onto a baking sheet. I like to use the baking sheets fitted with a silicone mat with the templates drawn on already. Pipe the batter with an upright motion and a flick of a wrist at the end. Once you're done piping the batter onto the baking sheet, tap the baking sheet on the countertop to remove any big bubbles, and then use a toothpick or a cookie scribe to remove any smaller bubbles. Next, we're going to let the batter rest for 20 to 30 minutes, and then bake at 300 degrees Fahrenheit for 12 to 13 minutes. While the shells are cooling, we're going to make our chocolate marshmallow buttercream filling. You'll need some room temperature butter, cocoa powder, icing sugar, as well as some marshmallow fluff. We're going to start by beating the butter in a large bowl with a stand mixer or a hand mixer. You're going to continue doing so until the butter is light and fluffy. It should look a lot paler than when you first started. This process could take 5 to 7 minutes depending on how much butter you're using. Once the butter has creamed, we're going to add some marshmallow fluff, about 2 tablespoons. I've left all the measurements in the description box below and a detailed blog post on my website. Once the marshmallow fluff has incorporated into the butter, we can start adding our dry ingredients. Start by adding about half of the sifted cocoa into the buttercream and mix it until it's fully combined. Then we're going to add some of the icing sugar and repeat the process with the cocoa powder and the icing sugar until all of the ingredients have been used and the frosting is nice and fluffy. frosting feels too stiff, you can add a little more marshmallow fluff or some heavy cream to fix the consistency. And if it's too runny, add a little more icing sugar to fix it. Next, we're going to transfer the frosting into a piping bag fitted with a round tip. Now it's time to fill the macaron shells. Add about 1 teaspoon of the buttercream filling onto half the macaron shells. Then sandwich together the cookies, and it's time to decorate. I used some melted chocolate as well as some mini marshmallows for the top. Drizzle the chocolate on, and then add the mini marshmallows as well as some sprinkles while the chocolate is still melted. Then let the chocolate harden before enjoying these macarons. And there you have it, hot chocolate macarons. Chocolate shells filled with a chocolate marshmallow buttercream. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and comment below and subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos. See you next time.